Hello everybody, it's Michelle, and in my last video I showed you guys how to do these little DIY hole reinforcers that you can personalize with shapes or whatever you want to do. And I promised you that in my next video I would be showing you how to create the tags. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you how to create 18 gift tags out of one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And that really comes in handy to be able to create a lot at once like that when you're getting your Christmas tags ready. So in order to do that, you just need your 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock. And I've got sort of a warm gray, beige kind of color here. It's pretty neutral. That way I can decide later on how I want to decorate. And it's super simple to create these. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock into 4-inch strips. And then just check the measurement on the last one. It's actually slightly long. We'll go ahead and even that up as well. And at that point, we can stack them together. So we've just got 3 layers here. And then we're going to cut them into 2-inch strips. So we're just doing 2 inches by 4 inches. And I think that's a nice size tag. So we end up with 6 across of those 3 4-inch strips that we made. And that gives us 18 2-inch by 4-inch tags. And the guillotine trimmer actually comes in very handy to be able to do that because it can handle stacking that up and cutting them all at once. And I really like that. It makes it go super quick. And now to turn these into tags, I'm going to use my Crop-a-Dile corner chomper. I love this thing. It's got a small angle and a large angle. It closes up like this, and when you open it up, you've got a 90-degree angle there to place the corner of your cardstock into. I'm going to use the large angle, and I can go ahead and keep these in my stacks of 3. You could even do more if you wanted to. It chomps through them super easy. And that creates our little tag corners. And that made that go super quickly. And if you want to, you can go through multiple layers just as easily with your Crop-a-Dile hole punch and eyelet setter. And you could use the eyelets on this as well, but I think I'm going to use my hole reinforcers that I made in my last video. And one little tip, if you want to make sure that they're all in the same place, when you get your next stack, put at least one of your others on top of that so you can line that up. And make sure your hole is in the same place. And just that quick, you've got 18 tags. So that went by so quick. Let's go ahead and decorate them. So I'm going to bring in my Misty for quick stamping. I've already got my stamps in there. On this side, I'm going to use Deck the Halls from this little Hero Arts stamp set here. I think it's called Deck the Halls, but I'll try to find a link and include that in the description for you guys. And then I've got this little Technique Tuesday set called Happy Birthday Seal, and I'm using the to and from that to go on the back side. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp to and from on all of those with Memento ink. I'm using the Rich Cocoa. And my Misty helps me be able to stamp that over again if I need to. And it makes it super easy to just go ahead and do assembly line style and get them all done. Okay, so all of those are done. And I chose that rich cocoa memento ink to go on the back because I wanted it to match with some heat embossing that I'm going to do on the front. And that's in the hot chocolate color of the Nuvo embossing powder. So now I'm going to turn them over to the other side. I've got my to and from on the back. And I'm going to stamp Deck the Halls. First I need to go over that with my anti-static powder tool. Stamp that in Versamark. I'm going to go ahead and double stamp it. Sprinkle that on while my Versamark ink is still good and wet. But I'm going to go ahead and set that aside and do all of them before I heat set. And now I can heat set them all at once. That metallic look it gives with that heat embossing, I really love that. And that's going to add a special little touch to your gift tags. I'm decorating them all the same way. And I'm going for a rustic look. That's sort of why I chose the chocolate brown, the rich cocoa color in the memento. So I'm going to go ahead and just take my memento ink pad and just ink the edges. I'm just going directly to the paper with my ink pad, and that gives a nice vintage look. I've got one of my hole reinforcers. I think I'll go ahead and use 2 and put that on the back side as well. And I want a dimensional quality to my cards, so I'm going to do some little punched things. I'm going to use that holographic red cardstock that's so beautiful, and that little daisy punch from EK Success. And I'm just going to make that into a poinsettia, and all you have to do is just punch that out. And you know, you can get multiple uses out of your punches, like this right here. It's a daisy, but all it takes to become a poinsettia is just to do that in red. And I went ahead and did 18 of those so I can do all my tags. And I'm going to use 2 different shades of green here for some greenery to go along with my poinsettia. And I'm just using the Martha Stewart branch punch. And I think these have been discontinued, but I will find one. There are many punches on the market that look almost identical to this. And I'm going to need 2 on each side, so I'm going to need 36 each of these. And I thought I would use some gold gems for the center of the poinsettias. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put my hole reinforcers on. Just a little bit of liquid glue, or you can run it through the sticker maker like I did in my video for the hole reinforcers. Whatever you've got. The liquid glue works just fine this time because we're not using that clear, in which case you do want to use the sticker maker so you don't see the adhesive through the clear. Okay, and I got this little shaper set from Tim Holtz and Sizzix, and I'm going to shape my poinsettias just to give it a little bit more dimension. And you guys have seen me shape some of my punches before without this. You don't have to have it, but I think it comes in really handy. It's got this really dense foam pad. It holds up a lot better than the fun foam I was using before. And it's got these little ball stylus tools, which you don't need either. You can use the dotting tools for nail art, which is what I was using before, whatever you've got. So I'm just going to take my little poinsettia punch and just take that ball right around the edge. And it just causes those petals to curl up a little bit and give it a little bit of dimension. And do it right in the center if you want it to curl up even more. So there are all of my poinsettias with a little bit of shape in that gives it just a little bit of dimension. I'm going to go ahead and put on a little bit of baker's twine. I just got this at Dollar Tree. You can use whatever baker's twine you've got, or ribbon, or whatever you want to use. And I'm just going to put that through and tie it at the end. You can loop the middle through if you want to, but I'm just going to tie it very simply like that right there. And we can start putting our decorations on. I just wanted my little punches down here at the bottom. I'm going to squeeze out a little puddle of glue. And I'm going to use these little reverse tweezers that come in the set to help me place everything. That way I don't get my fingers all in the glue. And I like how it extends past the edge a little bit, add into that 3D look. And then I'm just going to come in with my darker pine branches there. And that shimmery green, the lighter color, really helps give maybe sort of a frosted, snowy look. And I'll need a little bit more in the center for my poinsettia. And one dot right in the center for my little gold jewel here. These are self-adhesive, but I like to put a little bit of glue anyway, just to make sure that it holds really well. So that completes my tag. It comes together pretty simply, especially when you're doing assembly line style with these and doing one step at a time. They go really quick. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the rest of those decorated like this first one. And here they are, all finished. 18 tags from one 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbooking paper. I just love them. I went ahead and finished them all out. I put brown baker's twine on half of them and the red on the other half. I think that brown looks really good with the rustic look. And I think they're really cute. You could use any stamp set, punches, dies, anything that you've got to decorate these. The idea that I really wanted to show you guys today was how to cut out the base of the tag and get 18 of those out of your sheet of paper. So I hope you guys liked it, and I hope it helps you get a start on your Christmas tags this year. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, give me a like over on my Facebook page, and be sure to join our Facebook group, Craftie Minds. Also, follow me on Pinterest and Instagram, and don't forget to visit my blog. I'll have all of those listed in the description below, so be sure and check them out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.